Jake never believed in stories about the dead coming back to life. Silly tales for teenagers, nothing more. But when a mutated strain of COVID-19 swept through the town, everything changed. At first, it seemed like just another wave of the virus. Fever, weakness, coughing. But soon people started acting strangely. First came the blank, lifeless stares, then the eerie, unnatural movements. The hospitals were overwhelmed, then silent. Soon people simply vanished. One evening, Jake was sitting at home when suddenly there was a knock on the door. It was already dark outside, and visiting someone at such an hour was unusual for his neighbors. Jake peeked through the peephole. His neighbor Sarah stood there. She looked pale, her eyes wide open, but there was something terribly wrong with her. He hesitated, then opened the door. "Sarah, what happened?" She stumbled into the apartment, knocking him off his feet. A guttural groan escaped her lips. There was dried blood on her face. Her eyes, empty, as if no soul remained inside. Jake didn't have time to scream before she grabbed his shoulder. Pain shot through his body. He barely managed to push her off and backed away, frantically looking for a weapon. Sarah slowly rose, her mouth smeared with blood. Then he realized she was no longer human. This thing wanted to tear him apart. With trembling hands, he grabbed a knife from the kitchen table. A second of hesitation, and he plunged the blade into her chest. She didn't stop, didn't even flinch, only tilted her head, letting out a deep growl. Jake sprinted to the door, slamming it shut just in time. She pounded against it furiously while he gasped for air, his hands fumbling to lock every possible latch. But then he heard more footsteps. Not one, not two, but dozens. Voices outside turned into a chorus of moans. He slowly approached the window and looked out. The street was filled with them. People with dead eyes wandered everywhere. Some crawled, others had broken limbs, but it didn't stop them. They reached out, heading toward the houses, searching for new victims. His phone. He grabbed his mobile, but the network was down. No internet, no connection, no hope. Jake was alone in this nightmare. A loud bang at the door. The wood cracked. The lock wouldn't hold much longer. He rushed to the closet, grabbed a thick jacket, boots, and tried to think of anything that could be used as a weapon. Only one thing came to mind: the baseball bat in his garage. But how could he get there? More cracking sounds. They were breaking in. Jake took a deep breath, opened the window, and looked down. Second floor. High, but better than being torn apart. He climbed onto the ledge, ignoring the risks, then jumped. Pain shot through his leg, but he rolled on the ground and immediately got up. Inside the house, there were clattering and shuffling noises. They were already in. He ran. The dark streets no longer seemed empty. Shadows flickered in every window. Footsteps echoed from every alley. The town was doomed. Reaching the garage, he quickly unlocked the door, grabbed the bat, and scanned the shelves. A gas canister. A thought flashed in his mind. If I can't kill them, I'll burn them. But would he survive?